Qam Yasharahla. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, Qam, who just pushing this truth in love and sincerity and in charity. Okay, this is the brother Yashawan from the GMS Bombers Camp, Bakaja, with another lesson. Okay, this lesson is entitled, Are You That Friend That Sticketh Closer Than a Brother? Okay, are you that friend that sticks closer than a brother? Okay, so now this lesson is going to be very touchy. It's going to be very admonished. Okay, this lesson going to help build you up in the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, so yeah, man, let's get this going. Alright, so as you see in the title, okay, now this is Proverbs 18 and 24. A man that had friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. Okay, so readers will go into that precept, okay, and get some understanding of it. All right, now let's get we can read this, okay, in a different translation. All right, so let's get this different translation. Salakia. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is Proverbs 18 and 24. Okay, we can read a few translation. All right. They say the NLT version. They are friends who destroy each other, but a real friend sticks closer than a brother, like a regular brother, like two brothers. Okay, with same mother, same daddy. Okay, or same mother, different daddy, or same daddy, different mother. Okay. The DBY version. A man of many friends will come to ruin, but there is a friend that sticks it closer than a brother. The RSV version. There are friends who pretend to be friends, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. The NET version. A person who has friends may be harmed by them, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Was not Abraham a friend of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? Was not Abraham a friend of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? Okay, and that word friend basically goes into love. Alright? But let's jump on one or two precepts showing you that Abraham was a friend. Okay. This is Isaiah 41 and verse 8. Check this. But thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. Okay? Let's get James chapter 2 and 23. And the scripture was fulfilled which saith, Abraham believed the Most High. Okay, because Abraham had faith. And it was imputed unto him for righteousness. And he was called the friend of God. All right. Let's get 2 Chronicles 20 and 7. Okay. Art thou, Salak, art not thou our power, who didst drive out the inhabitants of this land before thy people Israel, and gavest it to the seed of Abraham thy friend forever? So you see, that's three different voices saying that Abraham was a friend of the Lord. So are you that friend or that brother who in this thing for your own personal needs or gain, then you really not a part of this thing. You really are not a part of this truth. Because you are that brother, okay? You just in this thing to get what you could get from brothers, from a brother or from brothers, okay? And guess what? When you do it to a brother or when you do it to brothers, you do it to Yahweh Shai, okay? All right. You if you in this thing just for you, okay? Then you really ain't no friend. You really ain't no brother, because some Akim ain't an Ak, okay? Some brothers ain't a brother, okay? And this applies to all camps, okay? Let's get the book of Sirach, chapter 6. Okay, we can take verse 8. Check this. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, his own needs, his own goods, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. Okay? When you going through some shit, when you having this problem, when you having that problem, okay? Some brothers just ain't there. Okay? Now if you's a brother who know that this other brother going through some shit, and you ain't step up or try to reach out or comfort that brother, okay? You ain't no brother. You ain't a friend, and you don't love that brother. Yeah, you say you love that brother with your lips. Even as Yahweh Shai say they honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Okay? You just in this thing just for freaking your gain. Just for brothers to take care of you. Okay? Alright? Brothers will reach out to you and show you love. But when it's other brothers' time to need that support and need that love, okay, and you being a brother know what time it is, and you not reach out, then you ain't a brother. You don't love that brother. And you don't love Yahweh Shai. Okay? Now if you was a brother who didn't know what was going on, okay, alright, then that's the difference. But if you know, okay, you know what's going on, and you fail to act because your action shows if you love that brother or not. Okay? Say, for some man is a friend for his own occasion, his own goods, his own purpose, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble. You leave that brother to flick and get killed by himself. You leave that brother out in the battlefield struggling while you hide behind the rocks watching. Okay? Verse 10. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction. You see? So, when things are all good and dandy, yeah, you all down with that. But But when this brother or that brother catch in hell and need help, and you know about it, and especially if you could help, and you choose not to, you don't love that brother, you are not that brother friend. And you don't love Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Okay? So you going through all type of shit, all type of hell. Okay? And you, that brother who's supposed to be what? Brotherly. Okay? You hiding behind the rocks or behind a flicking curtain and watching, peeping. Okay? You ain't no brother. And you're not brotherly if you're doing that. And if you have done that, okay, this is verse 12. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee and will hide himself from thy face. You see? So if you're going through pure hell, okay, well, again, I ain't into that. You know, yeah, he can go through that himself, but you know, you hiding now. Because a brother needs you. He needs you to help build him. But yet you can hide. Okay? So, like we did a lesson, fellowship, all right? Okay? Last night. If you are supposed to love your brother, okay, you got to love yourself first. And if you don't love yourself, okay, that means you ain't going to love the brother or the brotherhood and Yahweh Shai. Okay? So by loving your, by showing your support and your help, and help building brothers who going through this and who going through that, okay, shows that you love yourself and you love Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? So it's like you going through whatever type of battle, and he's seeing you, but he hide like a flicking pussy. Okay? We have one radio talk show, at least he was a radio talk show host, and he's saying, you's a pussy. You know? Alright? Okay, take for instance, you on the battlefield fighting for your life. Okay, this brother or who's supposed to be your friend or supposed to be your brother sees you fighting, but he says to himself, but you on your own, bro. You know what I mean? That's something to think about, boy. Because in every Arkham is an ark. Okay? We can help brothers coming unawares, creeping. They can carry on just like they's a real true brother. But in the end, okay, the Most High always reveal them. Alright? Verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed to thy friends. Take heed to thy loved ones. To thy friend who's what thy brother in this truth, who you love, because we commanded to love each other. Okay? So what you think we should do? Should separate ourselves from that nigger, because that's a nigger attitude. Okay? That's a flecking nigger. He only in this thing just for gain. He not in this thing for truth, for the brotherhood. He in this thing for himself. Okay? So let's go back here to Proverbs chapter 18 and 24. Okay? Alright? A man that had friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticketh closer than a brother. So have you seen the different translation? Okay? The RSV. Okay? As a matter of fact, let's pull that up again. The RSV version. Alright? There are friends who pretend to be friends. There are Akim who ain't no Ak. But there's a friend who stick closer than a brother. Okay, now let's look up this word friends with the S. The first friend with there. Okay.
Strong's H 7453. Rea.
Okay. Rea. Right? Friend, companion, fellow, another person, friend, inmate. Alright, another. Alright. Brother, companion, fellow, friend, husband, lover, neighbor. Okay. Alright. We can look up this second friend. Okay, because the first one we look up friends, as you see, there are two different. The second friend, the first friend with the S, that is different from the friend, the second friend without the S. Okay. Ahab.
Strong's H 157. Ahav.
Okay,
The
Ahab.
form just below that. Ahave.
Okay. And you see what it say? Number one, to love. Okay. Was not Abraham a friend of the Lord? Show that the Lord loved Abraham. Okay, and even so, we ought to love our brothers. Okay, we ought to love our brothers. Going back to Mark chapter 12. I'm going to bring that out a little earlier, a little later, Salah. Okay, to love. Human love for another. You see that? Human love for or to God. Lover, friend. Okay? Alright? See the Strongs. Okay? Love, lovers, friend, beloved, likely, lovely, loving. Alright? Have not the scriptures say to love one another? Huh? That's what the scriptures say. Okay? Let's go to John 13 and 34. A new commandment I have given unto you, that ye love one another, even Salah, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another, being friends. Okay? By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love one to another. Okay? But how can you say you love me, and leave me to flicking die? Okay? Meaning, you're not supporting your brother who going through hell. And you know about it. Like I said, now, if you ain't know, okay, chances are you can know. Okay? Let's get 1 John 3 and 16. Okay? Hereby perceive we the love of the Most High, because he laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren. Alright? That didn't need no breaking down. Okay? John 15 and 13. Greater love no man had than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends, those whom he loved. Love. So are you that friend who sticks closer than a brother, or you are just a regular brother. Okay? You gotta, if you in this thing, in this truth, coming in the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we must, through our actions and our faith, display the characteristics of love toward each other, in supporting and building each other, acknowledging each other. Okay? That's what you're supposed to do. Alright? Let's go back in 1 John chapter 4 and verse 7. We can shoot straight on down to verse 13. Okay, beloved, let us love one another, for love is of the Most High, and every one that loveth is born of the Most High, and knoweth the Most High. So it's the same love which is going back to your friend. Okay? Going back to keeping the commandments of the Most High. Okay? For this is love, that we should keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous, right? Verse 8. He that loveth not knoweth not the Most High, for the Most High is love. So if you see your friend going through pure hell on a battlefield by himself, catching all kind of hell, fighting off those demons, and you know and you can see, and you fail to acknowledge or help to build that friend up, that brother, then you don't know the Most High, and you don't know what is love. You're not a friend. Okay? And you're not a brother. Okay? Verse 9. In this was manifested the love of the Most High towards us, because that the Most High sent his only begotten Son into the world, that we might live through him, display those characteristics. Okay? Your character being on display. Brothers know who are a brother, from who eat. Verse 10. Herein is love, not that we loved the Most High, but that he loved us, and sent his Son to be a propitiation for our sins. Beloved, if the Most High so loved us, we ought also to love one another. No man hath seen the Most High at any time. If we love one another, the Most High dwelleth in us, and his love is perfected in us, and we're supposed to see that. Because why? The Most High is love. He's all long suffering. He's full of compassion, and his mercies are everlasting to everlasting upon them that fear him. As far as the east is to the west, so as he removed our transgressions from us. Okay? Because we loved him, and we loved the brotherhood. We loved brothers. Okay? Verse 13. Hereby know we that we dwell in him, because we displaying the God in us. And he in us, because he had given us of his spirit. How could you say you love me and watch me getting flicking killed from behind the hill? Okay? Delia. Okay? So if you have the spirit of the Lord, you would always be a friend or a brother or brotherly to the brother or to the brethren. Why? Because you became a defense to that brother, as the scriptures say. Alright, let's get that. Sirach chapter 6 and 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that had found such an one had found a treasure. You see that? So you no longer just a regular brother. You is a strong defense to that brother, showing your love and your care towards that brother and the brethren, because why? You loved Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Verse 15. Nothing do countervail a faithful friend. Nothing. And his excellency is invaluable. Let's look up this word invaluable. Okay? We can look this word invaluable up. Alright? You see what I say? Valuable beyond estimation. Priceless. And this is we ought to be towards each other. Priceless. So when I look at the other brother in my camp, and all the brothers from all around the world that speaking the same thing, worshiping Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, calling on the name, on the true names, they are priceless brothers to me. Okay? That's how we ought to look at each other, as priceless. Verse 16. A faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. You see? So Akim in this thing, okay? We know who's a true ark from who ain't a true ark. Alright? Alright? Because why? We know who is a defense from who ain't a defense. Okay? And it shows your characteristics, your character, okay? Your actions, okay? The way how you move, it shows. Okay? Verse 17. Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright, for as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. Okay? And you know, we ought to love our neighbor as we love ourselves. Going back to that precept, what I tell you is going to bring out a little later. Mark chapter 12. Okay? Let me take it up to verse 29. Alright? He say, and Yahushua answered him, the voice of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our power is one Lord. Deuteronomy 6 and 4. Verse 30. And thou shalt love the Lord with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, and with all thy strength. This is the first commandment. And the second is like unto it, namely this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So if you don't love yourself, if you don't display the caring for your brother who is true, which is your neighbor, for your friend, for the one whom you're supposed to love, then you don't love yourself. See, because you ain't going to display those characteristics to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because you don't love yourself. If you don't display them to your friend. Okay? Let me read that again. And the second is like, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. There is none other commandment greater than these. Okay? You see that? So you gotta display actions. You gotta show actions that you love this brother. You gotta be there for that brother. Okay? Alright? Knowing it and doing it is two different things. Because you can know it and not do it. But if you know it and doing it, then Barak Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. But if you know and not do, then you're not being brotherly. Okay? So we have to be as the scripture has said. Okay? Let's get that. Let's get the book of Romans. Okay, chapter 12. I can take it at verse 9. Okay? It say, let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good. Abhor that evil thought. Don't run behind the rocks and watch your brother get killed. Okay, don't go behind the curtain knowing he going through all this suffering, trials, and tribulation, and you know you could help and need help. Okay? Alright? Show love one to another. Okay? Verse 10, be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love to the brethren, to that brother, to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, in honor preferring one another. Okay? And dissimulation means without hypocrisy. Okay? Unfinished. Okay? Let us be sincere. Okay? Abhor means to what? Dislike. Okay? Dislike that which is evil. Because if you ain't being brotherly, then you're doing an evil thing. Preferring means to lead. Okay? Means to lead. Alright? Yeah, man. Let me just go. Let's look up that voice in a different translation. Okay? Romans. Okay? Romans chapter 10, chapter 12, and verse 10. We can look that up in a different translation. Okay? Alright? They say, NLT, love each other with genuine affection and take delight in honoring each other. You see that? Okay? ISV, love one another with brotherly affection. Outdo one another in showing honor. You see that? Okay? So let's go back here. You can end it off with the voice I started out with. Proverbs 18 and 24. A man that hath friends must show himself friendly. Okay? You're not in this thing. Don't be in this thing for your own gain. For your own to accomplish your own purpose. Okay? But be a brother or a friend that sticks closer than a regular brother, because you have a mother, she could have two sons, and they just brothers. Okay? But you want to be beyond just being brothers. Okay? Alright? Not no sissy type way. Okay? You want to have that unfinished, okay, love for each other. You want to be without hypocrisy. Okay? You want to dislike any evil thing towards brothers. Okay? So yeah, man. With that, I would like to give all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bahashem Wakakudach, Shalom, and the Bible.